Hello everyone, my name is Akionla. Welcome to the second session of the Future Energy Leaders Club. Today we'll be talking about energy conversion, energy transformation, how we transform energy from one form to another. In relation to that, we'll be looking at the conservation laws and of course losses relating to combustion. And that will lead us to talking about energy efficiency, and then we will talk about how we need to conserve our energy. Energy conversion devices that are used for this energy conversion process has improved over time. You can see this is a picture of a sophisticated automobile engine that converts the chemical energy in the fuel to mechanical energy to the motion cars or vehicles. It's a complex device, but it gives us an idea of how energy is converted from one form to another. And I'm very sure that we may be used to a lot of devices in our homes, or we see a lot of appliances outside that, you know, depicts this energy conversion. We just need to think about them. For instance, the light bulb converts, the electrical energy to light, or mobile phone, for example, we charge our phone from electrical energy. It's stored in the battery as a form of chemical energy. We make use of it. We play music in the form of sound, play videos, visuals, or light energy. So I'm just going to play you just a short video to give you a summary. So a 30-second video just to give you some summary of energy conversion, called the transformation process.
According to the law of conservation of energy, energy can be transformed from one form to another. For example, in petrol and diesel engines, heat energy is converted into mechanical energy. In a generator, mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy. In an electric fan, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy.
This is how energy is being converted, even in our daily experiences in life. Other ones are the ones we can, think about, like our homes, offices. We have a lot of energy conversion devices that surrounds us today. One thing that we should know during this energy conversion process is that there's laws associated to it. So for example, you put 100 joules or 100 watt of electrical energy stored in your phone, you won't always get that 100 joules back. Some are lost in the process. So for example, you put 100 watt of electric power to your bulb. It gets converted to heat energy and light energy, because you do not want heat energy, so the energy that comes in form of heat, you can't use it, so you term that as an energy loss. The idea of energy conservation means that energy cannot be formed, not destroyed. I mean, it has to be conserved. So if you have 1 watt of electrical energy going into the light bulb, 90%, 90 watt goes into heat, and 10 watt will definitely go into light. So at the end of the day, the total energy that you put into it must equal the total energy that is going out in any of those other forms. So if we look at a simple process here, we put like 100 units of coal, let's just call it unit. When you generate this coal to form, you heat it up to convert it to heat energy, and then you use the heat energy to turn a turbine and in the form of mechanical energy. There are associated friction losses, rotational losses in the turbine. And also, you cannot put all the heat to rotate the turbine, so there will be some losses. So about 70% of the energy that you already put in the coal is already lost in the process of converting from heat energy to mechanical energy that will turn the turbine. And also we have some other parts. For example, when you transmit the power on the transmission line, you lose some part of the power. So at the end of the day, you get about 9.5% of what you put into it. So the power that is coming to our homes or industry or offices is just a fraction of what we put into it at the generating point. And that just gives us, you know, a general idea of energy losses. So to quantify energy losses, there's what we call energy efficiency. And so the formula to calculate energy efficiency is simply the amount of energy am I getting out in the form I wanted as to how much energy have I put into this. So for example, if you go back to the slides, you put 100 units of coal and you're getting 9.5 in the form that you wanted. That means you are 9.5% efficient. That's not so good, but that is what the system is all about. In reality, you want your efficiency to be 100%. You want to get what you put into it, but the system is not perfect. It's not possible to achieve 100% efficiency. I just want to give you a classical example of what we mostly used to, the light bulb. How efficient is a light bulb? The one that we're very conversant with is what we call the incandescent bulb. 90% of the energy we put into the incandescent bulb in the form of electrical energy goes into heat energy. So only 10% is converted into light energy. So we say that system is 10%, or that device is 10% efficient. There's been some improvement. Lately, there's a new one called the CFL, the compact fluorescent lamps. They are 20% efficient because 80%, only 80% is converted into heat. The latest one is the LED, the light emitting diodes, which converts 25% of the energy you put it into light. So only 75% is lost as heat energy. So if they give you these choices and they give you the fact that the LED lamps will only require 4 watts of energy, or the CFL will require only 11 watts, and the incandescent one will require 40 watts, because at the end of the day, most of it will still go into heat. Which one will you decide? Apart from the fact that you have to pay for each of this energy, for example, if 1 watt costs 1 kobo, you have to pay 4 kobo for this, 11 kobo for this, and 40 kobo for this, for example. Coupled with the fact that this is more efficient, it's 25% efficient, you know that you put in your money, you get what you almost put into it, though it's 25%, but it's still higher than getting just 10% of what you put into it. And so the smart choice would be to go for the LED lamps. So if you take a look at the appliances we have in our homes and the energy required to power them, or I'll say the power required to power them. This is an example, just give you an idea. So a ceiling fan will require about 100 watts. An iron, for example, will require about 1,100 watts because it generates a lot of heat. Our cell phone requires only just 0.25, which is quite very little. The TV, depending on the TV you're watching, the plasma TV is about 339 watt, whereby the LED TV requires less energy. They are relatively more efficient. On the large scale, when we're talking about energy appliances, we can also talk about the industrial scale, not only applicable in our homes or offices. There are a lot of energy, and I just want to give you an idea of how much energy is required to power, for example, a cement factory. So like a cement factory requires nothing less than 100,000 kilowatt hour. That's about, let's say, 10,000 TVs. So if you take a cue from the fact that this energy that we use, whether in our homes or offices, on the street, or even on the industrial scale, we pay for them. They are not cheap. And so it's important to have the mindset to conserve this energy. You have to avoid overuse of energy. So you're not at home, you don't need to turn on your air conditioner or your heater. Also, try to avoid overuse, like your electric stove. When you're not boiling water, just turn it off. It is important to conserve energy because we have limited source. One of the things that people do not know, I will just introduce you to it, is the concept of energy vampires. So energy vampires are energy devices that take your energy without you knowing. So for example, if you plug your TV, when you leave home, you don't unplug the TV from the socket, right? Most of the modern devices will still be using energy. So even though you're not turning on your TV, it's still using energy. It's still using some percentage to make it ready for when you turn it on. And also, for example, the microwave. 75% of the energy to power microwave is not even to eat your food. It's in the clock. So you only use 25% of the energy when you turn on your microwave for a short period of time. But 24 hours you plug your microwave. So it's advisable that appliances, especially electrical appliances, when they are not being used, unplug them. They are energy vampires that take your energy without knowing. So if you're charging your phone, don't just leave your phone charged. And when the battery is full, unplug your phone and unplug the charger so that it doesn't take out of your energy. Other forms of energy conservation, of course, water. Don't leave the shower running or the tap running. You know that for the government or the private organization to get water into your house, it takes energy. Even if you're getting water by yourself in your homes, it requires energy to pump the water. So water, heat, light, these are just basic forms of energy that you need to conserve. When you're not using them, turn them off. Don't overuse them. Try to make use of renewable sources. If you're using solar, fine, it's replenishable. But if you're using forms of energy that comes from the national grid, it's not advisable to turn them or to overuse them. And so this is the last part, and this is going to be like a task for the week. We want you to make an energy audit in this format or in a related format with your name and your school, and calculate the appliances that you have in your home that you use, and estimate the power rating. Usually you find the power ratings at the back of the appliance. For example, a cooker will be around 400 watt. So this is a typical energy audit. And then calculate how much you use them. How many hours do you use this appliance a day? Then combine it with the power rating. So, as I told you the other time, that power times time gives energy. And so you can be able to calculate the total energy by multiplying the watt rating and the hours, which will give you in kilowatt hour, very similar to joules. Calculate this total energy, and let's compare how much energy that you consume, and then that we will be able to compare it with the national statistics. So that's all we have for this week. I hope that you have been able to gain something. Make sure you fill up the energy audit, ask questions if anything is not clear, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.